Hey, what's up, everybody? Chris Outer, Sundry Cat Outdoors, back with you again for another Tackle Talk Tuesday. First off, we have a bright sun right over my shoulders. So, uh, is that yours?
No.
Oh. So, in the comments, real quick, let me know if you guys can even see this, if it's going to show up or not, because I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing on my screen. So, let me know.
It's working.
I have Harley again. He's got it.
That's a car.
So anyway, we are on the Kanawha River tonight. Would you turn that off? It's like it's like it's like having a 3-year-old on the boat.
Let's start again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tackle Talk Tuesday with Chris Saunders.
Quit it. Okay. As you can see, we're fishing. It's bright. Got Harley. He's going to be asking questions tonight. We are on the Kanawha River. We are flathead fishing. How bad is it?
Bad.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
It is bad, isn't it? I may try to move this camera so you guys can see a little bit better. Let's see here. You guys won't be able to see the rods, but maybe you'll be able to see what's going on a little bit better. Is that any better?
Live TV, man. It's hard to get this stuff just perfect right off the bat. So if you suddenly start seeing bubbles,
Yeah.
then the camera went down the hill. Okay, Brent, you can quit messaging me now. Thank you.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'll put that right there. Let's try that.
There we go.
Oh, that's better. That's much better.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Trey from Louisville. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are, once again, we're on the Kanawha River doing a little early spring flathead fishing this evening after work. Hopefully, try to get on some flatheads. If you guys got any questions about what we're doing, where we're fishing, how we're fishing, I got Harley with me, and we're just he's going to be asking the questions, and we'll try to go through some like we did last time. We had a pretty good turnout last time we was on the high river doing a live show. So hopefully we can get another good show in tonight, answer a bunch of questions, maybe catch a fish or two. But if this is your first time joining the channel or the show, if you're new to the channel's new subscriber, I want to say thank you. I want to thank everybody that has been supporting me and always giving good positive feedback on everything. We're over 7,000 subscribers, and I mean that's you guys. That's you guys like the information I'm able to put out, and I am absolutely happy to do it. As long as you guys ask questions, I will try to answer them the best of my ability, or get somebody on here that can answer them for you. Hopefully, in the future we'll be able to get where it's getting warmer now. We can go to different places and fish different waters. Hopefully we'll be able to do this and maybe have some different people on here too. So if you have an idea of where you'd like to see one of these shows, make sure you're leaving that in the comments as well. Harley, is there any questions so far?
Yeah, Roger DeMint Jr. wants to know, got current?
Yes, Roger. Roger DeMint wants to know if we got current. And hey, while we're at this, everybody on here, make sure you give Roger a big thank you. He has been helping me for a little while, kind of since I started, because I don't know a whole lot about this stuff, but Roger has been on here almost every week, and making sure that nobody is saying foul language and making wrong comments, and Roger, I can't thank you enough for doing that for me. I appreciate it. We are Harley's looking at the sonar, so I'm gonna run through that stuff real quick, because I know a lot of you guys really ask me a lot of those questions. We're fishing in about 30 foot of water. We got some heavy. We got a big tree behind us. Some scattered brush. Water temperature is now 62 degrees. That is like it's awesome. 60 degrees is the magic number. They had a tournament here last week on the Kanawha River, and there was some nice flatheads weighed in, some really nice flatheads weighed in. And so that means that they're waking up, they're starting to move. So it won't be long, and it will be absolute flathead season. So what we got next, Harley?
Ryan Outdoorsman wants to know, how often do you retie your knots?
Well, that's a good question, Ryan.
It is.
You know, for instance, I went fishing last Thursday and come out here today and never retied one. I think that was just because I was lazy and didn't want to retie nothing last night. But if when it comes to knot tying, you know, especially if I'm fishing a tournament or, well, just right at any time, I try to retie my knots, check my leaders every time I go fishing. You know, you never know when that fish of a lifetime is going to hit. So make sure that you're checking that stuff and going over it good. And for everybody that's been asking about sonars and sonar videos, and sorry if I keep looking this way, I got the sun directly in my eye. So, but anyway, we just dropped the 2D video for the sonar part of it last week. So make sure that if you haven't watched that yet, go look at it. A lot of good information. Tried to make sure I had a good picture on you know, the 2D, so you guys could really see what I feel is good fish, and you know, how I set my 2D sonar up. As we move forward in the future, we're going to jump into the structure side of things, down imaging, side imaging, and then navionics part, charts, mapping. And I have if I can find a place that will let me do it, I'm going to try to find a place where I can go in and kind of look at all the sonars, so I can help you guys out on, you know, a lot of people have made a comment, you know, they don't have the money to afford a high dollar sonar unit, and you don't have to. By no means do you have to. So I want to find a store that will allow me to come in and do some filming and show you guys some, you know, entry level sonars as far as Lowrance, Garmin, Humminbird, any of them that they might have, and give you guys my honest opinion about it, or my honest thoughts about that.
Not so much a question as a statement. Apparently we're in trouble because Doc Langdon said we're in his spot.
Oh,
Yo, Rascal, howdy, Doc.
oh, Doc. I hope you're doing well. Doc, we've been sending prayers for you, buddy, and for anybody that prays. Doc has had some issues here lately. He was in the hospital. He's doing great. Had great doctors, great family support, and God was by his side. So, you know, just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's been back on the water and been enjoying things.
A fellow by the name of the RF Modulator wants to know if you ever used the fish reveal feature on the Lowrance.
Fish reveal. Actually, I don't have that update yet. That's something I've been wanting to do, and I'm glad you mentioned that.
Is it like Fish ID?
No. So what it is, it will actually. Oh, it's fine. It'll go away. We got so much trash in the river. Who asked about the current? Roger, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Rod.
Yeah.
Roger asked about the current. The river's coming up. I knew it was coming up. I didn't think there was going to be this much trash and stuff in the river. It's not a real great night or evening to be fishing, but hey, it's better than working.
Better than mowing the yard.
And better mowing the yard,
or, right now.
Yeah, or doing dishes or anything. But that fish reveal question, no, I don't have that on there yet. But I am interested about getting that on there and trying it sometime.
A lot of questions about what we're using for bait, how we're rigged up. Might as well hit those and answer a lot of questions.
I like my bait.
Um,
You hear them things?
While we're doing the bait there, Jackie Davis Jr. wants to know if we're catching any skipjack down here. Not on this stretch of the
No
river.
skipjack yet.
That's that's Goodwill skipjack or Goodwill skipjack. Yeah, that's what shad, baby.
Those are gizzard shad. Let me film it. Where's my towel? Oh, yeah, gizzard shad's what we're using for bait. And let me see. I'll go ahead and reel this one in. Oh, here we go. Bait was a little tough today, so we got to be what's a good word for not being cheap, but being
Economical? Or?
I don't know. We can't use very big pieces of bait. So setup. That's the Warrior Cat heavy. It's about time for me to switch over to the medium heavies. Now that these flatheads are really starting to bite, you know, need that kind of soft tip. But we're using the heavies tonight. Got quite a bit of current. Got 50-pound test, Andy Monster main line, and I got a battery going, getting low.
On your phone?
Yeah, you don't have an external charger, do you?
Yeah, I do.
But got 50-pound Andy Monster, and right now I'm still using just a regular the double crane 3-way swivel. Got a snap, big old coin 10-ounce sinker, and them 10 ounces is not even holding out the side, so that'll give you an idea how much current we got. This is 80-pound Andy Monster. Down to, that's a Diachi D85 7 up, and a nice little piece of cut gizzard shad. When I say little, I mean little. I mean that ain't even. We didn't catch very many, but we'll make do with what we got. I'm just gonna drop this one right back down off the side.
Yeah, somebody actually just asked if you ever fished down in brush piles and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Who asked that?
Looking forward here.
So whoever asked about the
Michael Pence.
Oh, Michael. Yes, absolutely. You know, depending, you know, time and condition, you know, I will get closer to the brush pile and, you know, really get straight down into that brush pile if I need to. But most generally, I like to set ahead of it. You know, a good cast, nice, easy cast length back to the brush pile, tree, rock, whatever I'm gonna be using or fishing, and then just cast to it, fan cast out around it, and try to draw those fish out of it.
John Miller's asking, is there an easy way to get charts on the river? Navionics cards don't cover rivers, so.
Well, I thought.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep. Not getting a charge?
No. We may have to put them back in the sun. But tell you what I'm gonna do, Harley. Bear with us a little bit. Where we had to.
Still nothing.
No. Where we had to change with the sun, the charger's not really
Not reaching.
long enough. I'm gonna move this seat. There we go.
Oh, here, won't you just sit down there?
Oh, no, you can stay there. Okay. Well, I'll sit here. And hey, it'd be a good time to introduce Michelle. So, we was talking about. I hope can you see good still?
It's kind of behind for me right now, so
Is it?
kind of hard to tell. Yeah.
So,
There we go.
I hope you guys bear with us here. You know, we are having a rough time with this evening, but my goodness, I wish that was a fish, but it's not. It's trash.
Springtime on the canal, man.
Springtime on the canal. So, anyway, earlier we talked about there was a tournament on the Fish Club, put a tournament on. There was some really good fish caught. Michelle Phillips.
Robert Phillips says, "Hey, I know her." Classic.
So she actually fished by herself. Fished against
33 boats, and it was 70 anglers.
Yeah, 33 boats. And when we say boats, there are some really good anglers around here. some really tough fishermen that are competitive no matter where they go. And she was good enough and lucky enough and blessed enough
Skillful enough
to go out, fish by herself, alone in a boat, which is hard enough. I know that very well because I do it by myself all the time. And she won. She won. She absolutely won. And she has been an inspiration to a lot of female anglers out there.
She's been an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not just female anglers, but I am extremely happy for her. Her and her husband, Rob, are huge fans of the show, and I can't thank them enough for being supporters of the show and everything they do. Just good people, but and it showed this weekend that she is one heck of an angler. That's just as simple as that.
Thank you.
So, how big was your big fish?
44 pound and 75 ounces. 44.75.
44.75. That is a awesome springtime fish.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some more coming too, Harley.
Keep Harley busy.
Well, I wish you'd turn the camera around. Look at the mess we got coming down through here.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. You could just reel that one in and just leave it on the side of the boat.
Knock it down.
Hopefully we can catch a fish. I mean,
We've already proven I can catch a tree. Now, if we could catch a fish, would be a whole other thing.
so if you guys got any questions for her, maybe you guys want to ask her some questions, now's your time.
Harley?
Nothing coming in question-wise right now. Just everybody saying congratulations. Lots of congratulations going
Yeah.
out to you.
Well do.
Captain Greg O'Lee. I can't pronounce his name. O'Lee.
Greg.
Captain Greg.
Captain Greg.
Captain Greg says awesome.
Yes.
What rig did you use? Brendan Burnham wants to know.
That's not a fish.
Oh, it's a log.
Yeah.
She's still on edge.
She's got that trigger finger.
Yeah. What kind of rig were you using, and what kind of bait were you using?
That pole belt.
Jason Albert's been watching my videos because he said I tried catching a dog with my cast net. Which, yeah.
So what kind of rig was you using?
I was using Carolina, slip sinker, using the Team Catfish, double action 8/0 circle hook.
It's a good hook.
A big cat fever rod, my Kuma CV20L reel, and
Now, what size line do you guys use?
I have 40 on it.
40.
And I think it was the skipjack.
Frozen skipjack.
J00 supplied.
Was it?
My aerator messed up and I lost all my live bait. So,
That happens. That happens.
so
Ryan Outdoorsman wants to know if we're using just cut bait or both.
Yeah, Ryan. Right now, yeah, we're just using cut bait. We once the show's over, we might try some different places, and I'm definitely gonna, if we got enough shad, I'm gonna try to put some live on. It's that time of year. It might be a little early yet, but it's that time of year.
Landon's Fishing Adventures has a question for Michelle. What's your favorite kind of catfish to catch?
oh,
Big
oh.
ones.
Big
yeah,
ones.
big ones, big ones, real big ones. I don't know, probably flathead. Just
That's my favorite too.
yeah.
Mike Lewis wants to know just exactly where you were fishing.
Mike, shame on you.
in the water,
no,
you rascal.
I will answer this. Waypoint 78 and 79.
There you
I
go.
actually had two waypoints close together, and I actually set up right almost dead on top of my first one,
Yeah.
to where I dropped some of the line, stirred the boat into the first one, and I cast it real far down to the second one, and that's where I caught both of them flatheads at the same time. So I was kind of
There
covering
you
two
go,
waypoints.
Mike. If you know what waypoint 78
and 79.
and 79, you know, I've heard of a lot of answers for people in the water, in the mouth,
That's one of the
in the
best,
river.
That's one of the best answers ever.
Waypoint 78 and 79. That is funny.
And
Rob, you taught her well.
Yeah, he did. And Rob will be sitting on the porch with a shotgun guarding his unit tonight, his depth finder. Great answer.
That is good.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, the sun is just
I
about
watched it.
to go right behind the clouds.
Yep. Junior Proctor, Blue Dog Fishing. What's the line of choice?
For
I guess just basic old main line, and
Um,
everybody will have different answers on that. I like
yeah.
the Berkeley.
I like Berkeley. I like, but what I have on most of these, well, not all of them, but I have Berkeley Big Game 50-pound, and I have Andy Monster 50-pound. Both of them really good line. You know, I have zero complaints from either one of them.
Glenn's Catfish Adventure says, pull that card. I think he's talking about your what kind of electronic? You guys use Humminbird, right?
Humminbird, yeah.
Okay. So there, if you guys use Loran's, don't worry about trying to steal their unit or their card. If it's prepared right, is it worth? Hagen Grubs. I hope that's pronounced right. What's your thoughts, Chris, on using frozen skipjack for flatheads? Is it, if it's prepared right, is it worth using?
That's what I wanted to on that one.
What's his name?
Hagen Grubs?
Hagen. Absolutely. If it's prepared right, you know, it's not my first choice of things. Obviously, if I can get fresh skipjack, that's what I want. But you know,
She's
There's
just
a
so
log
on
right
edge.
at the front of the boat.
it's all
I
right.
was like, just hang on.
But no, if it's prepared right, you know,
That's what you
you know, get a hold. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she caught her big flathead on.
That's all I had.
J Newell Zero. If you guys don't watch him regularly fishing, he catches bait, sells bait. He does a great job at it. Carl Morse, Big Cat Bait Company, his whole team does a great job at it. There's several people out there that you know, take the time to do it right, and when it's done right, it can be effective. And I use it as well as, you know, a lot of other people. So yes, if it's done right, yes. But skipjack and moon suckers and things like that for channel cats and other fish. But me personally, I am a you know, fresh bait kind of person.
That's all we got. There's not
Nice.
a lot of questions coming in, so you guys can talk.
Hey, this is you know, let's turn this thing around.
Cloud coming in now.
Yeah, let's turn this thing around. How's that look, Harley? How bad
it
is
looks a lot better. Yeah, it's good. Actually, it's kind of pretty with the
Yeah.
background there.
Give you guys we got 7 more minutes of the show. Give you guys a nice pretty sunset. You know how it is. When you can't catch fish, you get that picture, right?
That's right. We can watch Michelle around here taking
Yeah.
care of poles, because there's a lot of maintenance that goes fishing junk like this.
Yep.
For you guys that are new to river fishing, this is going to be one thing that's probably going to be hard for you to get used to, but after you've seen it a year or two, especially if you're fishing up here on the Kanawha River, when it comes springtime and the water comes up, there is so much wood and stuff on the side of the banks and everything that washes into the river. But you know what? That's all catfish habitat. That stuff's going to sink, go to the bottom, and you're going to get out there, and if you can find it, then that's what you're going to be targeting in the upcoming months here. So
While I'm thinking about it, while I see it, there's a lot of people that's been asking me about foam off and the you know, what I use for the tank itself, and I haven't had a chance to show people, but this is just a little $1 bottle that I put the foam off in. You can buy foam off in a big bottle, and you can just put drops of it in your tank. But with this, it's a lot easier, and it's just like a little spritzer. A couple little spritz, and it's gone. So that's a little trick for that. For the people that's been asking me about it.
Landon's Fishing Adventures got an interesting question here. I think I've got an idea what you're going to say.
You can
'cause
sit down.
I'm fine.
You're making me
Landon
nervous.
wants to know, what's your thoughts, Chris, on Illinois allowing catfish to be caught while bow fishing? If he'd be more specific, you mean being shot by bow?
Yeah.
That's not really
If you're, I mean, if you're talking about bow fishing, you know, when it comes to carp and Asian carp and things like that, you know, that's one thing. But I'm not a big fan of bow fishing for catfish. You know, that's just me personally. But That's just,
Me personally, I'm not a fan of bow fishing at all because it should be called just killing fish because that's all you do.
Yeah.
They basically just kill fish.
you know, I mean, some people enjoy it, and
Yeah.
if they're doing it legal, hey, that's that's what they can, what they decide to do. I just, me personally, I would prefer not to bow fish for catfish.
Sean Penix mentions coffee creamer, which is really good for taking foam off a tank.
Yeah. Now,
Original.
Original.
yeah, make sure if somebody reads that and they're using coffee creamer for the shad tanks, it's plain original coffee creamer. No additives, nothing in it, or that stuff can hurt the fish. But plain coffee creamer will actually absorb it up off the top.
Jason Albert wants to know if you're fishing Captain Mad Jack's tournament down in Taylorsville.
Yes.
this fall.
Who was that? Taylor.
Jason Albert.
Jason Albert. Yes, Jason. I'm actually planning on it, and I'm glad you reminded me because I need to enter it. Because I think it's already open, isn't it?
I think it is actually. Yeah.
If anybody comments, let us know for sure because I think it is. I think they go by number, so I think I need to get on there.
Okay. You hear a good story?
Do I ever?
Okay. Bill Watts wants to know how hard was it for you to net that big fish by yourself?
Ooh.
It wasn't that hard to net, but it was pretty hard to get it over in a boat. Our G3 where it's the high from the water, and where I'm so short, whenever I actually got it net, when I reached down the first time to get it, when I picked it up, I had it picked up as far as I could pick it up, and the fish was at the edge of the boat. I didn't have enough to pull on over. So I had to drop it back down the water and get down lower and then drag it over the boat. So,
That's a lot of fish.
and then what makes it worse is where I had the second fish hooked up too. So once I got that fish unhooked and got it out of the net, I reeled the other one in and netted it.
Oh, you had two on the
I
same.
had two on at the same time.
Nice.
And a reminder too that Ron Presley is doing a
Yep.
feature article on you. Got a bunch of questions, so in case you get a chance to Catfish Now. Is it his
Yeah,
magazine?
actually, it's Ron Presley is doing a little article on her for Catfish Now, and that's kind of what we're doing out here this evening is hoping to try to get a couple pictures for her to be able to use in that in that article. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys are not supporters of Ron Presley, make sure you go check him out on Facebook. I think he's on Instagram as well. They put out great articles about a lot of great fishermen and a lot of good information. He covers a lot of tournaments and a lot of just everything fishing wise. Super good people.
This article is going to be specifically on the tournament and female.
Okay.
Yeah, the female and
Nice.
single. It's going to be over that. So
Nice. So it's going to be strictly
over
over the Kanawha tournament and
more than that, yeah.
being a female and
Yeah,
nice.
that kind of stuff.
Nice. That's something. That's something I love to see is more women, family, and kids in fishing. It's great to see so many people joining.
Roger DeMint wants to know if you're coming out for Fishing for Freedom.
In Quincy,
I believe that's what
Roger, it really depends. We will find out shortly on my wife's surgery dates and things like that. So hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to, but I can't promise anything, and I can't sign up yet until we find that stuff out. But Fishing for Freedom, for you guys that do not know, it's a great tournament. Look them up. It's in Quincy, Illinois, on the Mississippi River. But you can fish other places too. But it's like a whole weekend worth of.
take veterans out. Fishing.
You get to shoot with your veteran, you get to fish with your veteran, you get to eat with your veteran. I mean, it's an amazing thing that they do out there. So look them up and support them.
There's going to have veterans there, and also going to have some veterans.
Veterans.
That kills me. Brian Lanham wants to know if you can do a no-knot snail. I know it's kind of late in the show. We really don't have unless you want to do it. You want to go ahead and do it? So okay.
Have no problem.
Then Jason Huggins says to come to Alton in September.
That's Alton.
Alton? Sorry, Alton Brown. For you guys that watch the Food Network or whatever. Anyhow, September 15th. Or September, $15,000 first place. That'll buy a lot of daggone fishing gear right there.
Here's the for you guys that was asking about line, that's the line I use right there.
While he's getting prepared, I'm going to take a question here. The RF modulator wants to know if Chris guides for hire. I tell you what, let me answer this one. No, he doesn't. But if you
Give me a hard.
well, and I tell you what, to be honest with you, I'll give you an explanation of what it's like to fish with Chris. I go out with my other fishing buddies and everything, and we go out and fish, and everything's just cool, and you know, we talk about this and that, and I never had anyone tell me no as many times as this man has. Because Chris takes fishing serious.
Gotta do it
Look
right.
at there, see, now he's holding a knife
Gotta do it
right. Gotta do it right. So, but no, Chris doesn't do guiding.
Are we still alive?
As far as I know, yeah.
Something's spinning on the phone.
It is.
All right, so Brian was asking for a
No, not snail.
no-not snail. How you say his last name?
Brian Lanham.
Lanham.
Yeah.
Lanham. Brian Lanham. So I'll be doing this with the Diachi
Uh-oh.
D85.
Tree.
It's a tree.
We
Calm
got,
down, Harley.
got another tree in the line. And then I'm going to use this Green Andy Monster. This is the main line that I normally use. It's green. I just figured I'd use it to kind of, that way you guys be able to see better. So now as you can see, you see the how it pinches down right there. So keep that in mind. You know, now the pinched part is going to be closest to me, okay? So I'm going to run my line through the back or through the eye, and it's going to go from the front to the back, okay? And I'm going to pinch it with my thumb and my finger, and now it's going to be laying directly on the shank of the hook. Now remember, this is the part that's pinched down, the eye where it's pinched down. And we're going to go away from that. We're going to start away from that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Wrap it. Now, for reference, that is clockwise. Okay. The wraps were clockwise. And then I'm going to put it from the back of the hook to the front. And it's up good and tight. Okay.
Now he needs a fish.
Now all we need is a fish.
Yep.
Now, you can see, you always want to check it. It should always hook, just like that. So, hopefully that helps you, Brian.
Shout out to Project Scorpio. Salute from Brazil. We've gone
Brazil?
international now, looks like. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Gonzo M, I think he might be a new guy. He wants to know how often we do streaming, or you do streaming.
So I do a live Tackle Talk Tuesday every Tuesday. I try to put out videos, new videos weekly. I do a video viewer Friday where we take your questions and we turn them into videos, give you guys the best information that we possibly can. And right now we're doing a series, and I kind of do them in a series, and right now we're doing a series on electronics and how to, how just like how I set them and what I look for, and just give you guys a good idea on things. But after that, I've got 2 videos that have been highly requested. One of them is a cast net video. Did we get a bite?
I believe it was that time. Well, it jerked hard.
Ooh, we might have got a bite. But one is a cast net video, so keep a lookout for that. The next is and I'm excited about this. It's I'm going to do a video where I take salt brine solution and just find out what it really does. Some people have been asking me questions about what it actually does to the water, and I want to find out.
Also, greetings from Poland too. So there.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Let's see here.
If you guys don't have a good bait knife, this one is 2 years old. As you can see, I put it through the ringer. It's made to cut skipjack and regular stuff. We got the bone side and the razor sharp other side. It's got the Slender Cat and diamond plate, 3D printed. Get a hold of Wallace Knife Works. Also, the SlenderCat.fish website will be up here very soon. So all this stuff you'll be able to you know, go straight to there and order instead of getting a hold of me and ordering. So keep an eye out for that coming soon.
Yeah, and actually, if you're into knife making and craftsmanship stuff like that, Wallace Knife Works.
Yeah.
He puts out a ton of videos. It's
These
that favorite on
these are handmade knives, and what I like about them so much is for a lot of people don't know, you know, I worked in a sawmill for a long time, and these are reclaimed saw blades. I really like that.
And
pretty
they
cool.
are sharp. Everybody picks that knife up and goes, "Oh my gosh, it's sharp!"
And it's not real heavy either. It's not as heavy as what people think.
Okay, the RF modulator says he's not sure about other people, but the answer broke up. All I got was no, Chris doesn't guide, but that sounds like an even better bargain. Can I take you fishing in your boat? Oh man, that's awesome. Let's see, and old Justin just joined us. Howdy, Justin.
Justin.
And Justin's fishing fetish.
Oh.
Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Justin was down at the gathering down at the tackle box.
And for anybody that is interested in the swag that I am putting out, get a hold of me through Messenger, Facebook, any way you can, and we can get you hooked up. Hats, towels. I had a towel. Where's that towel at? It's over beside you. Close the lid. Yep, there's one of them. Well, this is a sample towel, but hand towel. What's that?
Chevron Phillips.
But yeah, get with me and we can get you taken care of.
We're about catch up on there now. Howdy, Justin. Catfishing with Slim. I like that. Catfishing with Slim. Have you fished the Missouri River?
No, I have not fished the Missouri River, but you know, I'm wanting to. I got some really good friends that live out there, fish the Mississippi and the Missouri, and I've been wanting to get out there and actually do some fishing and you know, did we get a bite?
Possibly. We might have one mallet in there.
Ooh.
And while we're waiting on this bite, possibly, want to just tell everybody something that I observed the other day, and I've kind of found it to be true. If you're working your electronics, you go along and you find something, you know, that you want to put a marker or a waypoint on. You know, generally, if you're getting on your waypoints, whenever you back up and set up on your, putting your bait spread out, and it's like 90, I wouldn't say 90% of the time, but 75% of the time, it's these poles on either side of the motor where you get your bites, because you're directly hitting that, you
Talking
know,
about me?
that spot. Yeah.
Oh.
Or well, anybody that's anybody with a little skill there, if you're hitting your waypoints properly, those are the poles that go down a lot.
Yeah.
And if you watch other people, a lot of other people that can actually anchor up on a spot and hit their waypoints, it'll be those poles right there in the middle that go down.
Hey, if you like this little live show out here on the river, make sure you leave it in the comments that you're digging it, you're liking it. I feel like, you know, we get out here and we go down a bunch of rabbit trails, but we're having a good time. You know, so just let us know if you guys are enjoying it.
Roger Mint wants to know what sequence you put your rods out. I think it'd be a good explanation of how
Yeah.
you gear up
So
and launch out.
you guys can see in the background. Okay, so I've done this in a video before, but I might touch on it again in future videos. So especially when I'm by myself or if somebody's fishing with me, what I try to do is I bait everything up first. And then I will start, I will start right here with this one right beside the motor, and I will work my way out, all the way out. And the reason I do that is you have once you throw that out and that sinker hits, you will have a kind of a visual target, a ring, whenever you go to this next one, that you can place that one right beside it, and then that one right beside it, and then the next one right beside it. And it's going to help you keep from getting things, you know, tangled up as bad, you know, while you're throwing them. So hope that answers your question.
I've got a question for you, actually, that I just happened to think of. On Garmin or Lowrance, do you have casting rings on this that you can use?
Yes, there is casting rings.
Are you going to cover that?
Yeah, that's something I could definitely cover whenever we go through the chart part of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, because you taught me about that a couple years ago, and I kind of live and die by that now.
Yeah. So what Harley was asking was if Lowrance, Garmin, Humminbird have casting rings, and what that is that'd be a circle from where you're setting on your chart. There'll be a circle or circles, and tell you that that first circle might be 50 feet from you, second circle might be 100 feet, 150 feet, and so on, to give you an idea of how far you are from your target and help help you actually get on your target a lot better and catch more fish. Because the better you are at using your electronics and your underwater eyes and getting on top and precision where you need to be, whether it be a ledge or a tree or rock or bush or whatever it might be, or a fish, being at that particular is a big difference.
Yeah, and
So
another suggestion too, you get a chance to go out and throw your line and measure it. Because it's hard to, I mean, if you've got like a 75-foot casting ring, you need to be out 75 feet. Well, if you're in 30 feet of water, you want to cast about 50.
Don't be afraid to try different things. Just
it's good information. That's that's solid information. That's solid advice. Don't give up. Keep trying, and never be afraid to try something new. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. It's been a great show. I've enjoyed it. Enjoyed our time here on the boat with Michelle and old Harley.
By the way, hit up my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Harley Neal.
If you guys get a chance, give Harley a thumbs up on his channel. Hit Michelle and Rob up on Facebook. Tell them hello. Tell her congratulations. And until next week, hope everybody enjoys. I think that J Newell 0, John Newell, regular dude, I think he's going to have it on his